Welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about what if Itachi wasn't sick. And in this scenario, the Uchiha massacre still very much happens. And of course, Itachi is a melancholy character. He's in a consistent state of depression and sadness. The only reason Itachi is alive is to, of course, have Sasuke kill him and to remove the influence of Orochimaru from Sasuke himself. No one towards anything. Itachi does not, there's no part of Itachi that wants to be alive. Exactly in the fight of Sasuke and Itachi doesn't die because of the injuries sustained by Sasuke. Sasuke probably barely puts a dent in whatever Itachi threw at him. But Itachi dies through his sickness, coughing up blood. He's ready to go. Now, of course, if Itachi wasn't sick and the Uchiha massacre still happened and he was just a spy for the Leaf, I think he would have been made a spy for the Leaf and Sasuke would have known about it. Of course, Sasuke still may have the hatred towards his brother and still wanted to kill his brother, but would still have a more understanding perspective of saying, oh, but he's on an important mission right now. Top secret, high level. Only I know about it. So I really can't hate him, but I still hate him for my family, and I will kill him one day. And of course, at least in this what-if scenario, of him just being a secret super spy. Of course, Backyardigans reference, I'm sorry. Itachi would continue to feed the Leaf intel, and most likely that fight between Sasuke and Itachi would still happen, because of course Itachi would see Orochimaru as a threat and seal him, and that fight would still happen how it was, but neither of them die. Itachi probably let Sasuke walk, at least in this fight, saying, come back to me when you're just a little bit stronger. And of course, Itachi still retains his role in the Akatsuki, and Sasuke goes back to train or goes back to the Leaf or whatever, just saying, why are you on the secret mission? Come back home. He's just trying to let Itachi come back home. At least in this perspective of the world, of Itachi not being sick and not wanting to die mostly every day, Itachi will then turn to help in the Fourth Great Ninja War, gathering secret allies and secret spies. Now, of course, at least in the Fourth Great Ninja War, much more shinobi, much more of the Fourth Great Ninja Alliance would have greater knowledge in what Kabuto and what Obito was doing as Itachi, without let up, would have dove more into the surveillance of Obito. He doesn't really delve into Obito as a person. He mostly delves into the intel of the Akatsuki as a group, but he would take, at least in this scenario, he would take particular interest in Obito, or Toby at that time, right? And see what he's scheming for, as he was also the person that helped with the Uchiha massacre, and he has a one-eyed Uchiha eye. And of course, Itachi was alive when Obito was presumed to be dead, so that would pique his interest. Of course, to decipher his true identity and send intel back to the Leaf, telling them that Obito is alive. So they'll find out way earlier, before the Fourth Great Ninja War, if Itachi is not sick and still retains his position as a spy and wants to live in a certain aspect. Now, of course, Itachi still dies in the Fourth Great Ninja War. I don't think he would still feel the regret and the sadness of killing his parents and his clan for that matter. So he would have that regret, that sadness, and would die a war hero in the Fourth Great Ninja War, of course switching sides and giving more intel to the Great Ninja Alliance that they're facing. Now, at least in this scenario, we probably get to see Itachi face a couple of reanimateds and maybe fight Madara. He probably doesn't fight Madara in this what if, as of course he would still probably be sent to Kabuto and put Kabuto in that genjutsu as he does in the original timeline. Now, he does do this with the offer of help with Sasuke. Now Sasuke is in a much better situation, much better headspace, of course, but Itachi probably rather dies in the assault of the Ten Tails or in the assault of Jobito, as of course Itachi would be seen as a big enough threat and a big enough intelligence factor in this war that he would have to be taken out. Of course, he's still filled with regret and sadness, so we would still die. Of course, keeping Itachi living and keeping Itachi going, even if you want to put this what if Boruto would just be cruel. He felt sadness. He felt deep regret. That would weigh on his psyche. Like, he doesn't, at least in the original timeline, it was his sickness plus his depression and sadness and regret that pushed him to do certain things, like losing to Sasuke. But at least his melancholy character, he would, in this scenario, he would give his life to help the Fourth Great Ninja Alliance to to hopefully defeat all in the Fourth Great Ninja War against Madara and Obito. I like to think he'd probably give up his life in the Ten Tails assault towards everyone with his Yadomir, with one of the spikes from the Ten Tails piercing through his Susanoo that just got through the Yadomir because the Yadomir doesn't protect against all Sage attacks, and the Ten Tails is just a buttload of Sage, right? Sage chakra towards him. So he would defend some, but of course it would go through his heart, sacrificing his life and his love for his brother. Eventually awakening Itachi's, Sasuke would already have the MS, but taking Itachi's eyes during the heat of battle, retaining the EMS. Now, of course, Danzo still dies in this timeline. I don't know how he does, but he just does. But retaining the EMS. Getting the EMS in the heat of battle, awakening his full Susanoo and his full potential that Itachi never got to see. So Itachi still dies, but at least he dies much later on in the story, and much more of his character is fleshed out without him dying so abruptly to his death. Now, of course, his character is still fleshed out because he's one of the favorites, and Kishimoto, he's one of the fan favorites, and we get to see more and more of his story, and we still want more of Itachi, and it's been about 10 years. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.